Hi there, warm welcome. You're watching Blueprint Explosive Exclusive and I'm Meghna Deka. Today we get you a story of living in the fast lane. Yes, about fancy cars, supercars, 10 crore rupees cars. But at the end of it, it is not the speed. It is lives which are put at stake. What is the price that a person, a layman, a common man like you or me have to pay for rich brats who think they can get away with anything they want in their fancy toys, bought perhaps by their fathers? This is a story of living in privilege. This is a story about thinking that you're above the law. This is a story of those who have money, those who have power, trying to evade the law. Has there been a devious cover-up put in place in the Lamborghini crash of Kanpur? That's what we are going to be discussing today. This is a case of road rampage. There's no two ways about putting it. It is road rampage. A Lamborghini which cost 10 crore rupees was driven at speeds which eyewitnesses say should not have been sped up to. And Kanpur is where this has happened, raising serious questions over privilege and above all over accountability. A 10 crore rupee Lamborghini allegedly driven by a VVIP brat, which went on a rampage on the roads of Kanpur, slamming into a three-wheeler and a motorbike, flinging a biker nearly 10 feet into the air. We are going to show you one visual after the other, going to break it down for you and tell you how it's not just about Kanpur, it's not just about Uttar Pradesh. Across the length and breadth of this nation, we have seen this mindset of Janta hai mera baap kaun hai. Those who think that their power, their privilege, their money is enough to pull them out of any legal mess. That is the story of privilege that we are going to be discussing about. We are going to break it down, video after video, to show you what really has happened. This, remember, is a car which is allegedly linked to the son of a prominent tobacco tycoon. Who is this person? What's his background? ID raids and a garage full of luxury cars worth 100 crore rupees. All of that is going to be revealed over the next half hour. We are going to tell you how claims of being shielded is now surfaces. But first, we are going to tell you how there is a driver did it, not the son defense which is coming up. Let's start by breaking down. What Times Now has done is that we have made AI-generated videos to explain to you what really was the sequence of event. This is something which has been narrated by the eyewitnesses. So this is about a 10 crore rupee Lamborghini, which was allegedly speeding down the road, and you can see that on your screens. It is an AI generated, then apparently it hit a three-wheeler, hit a biker, and the biker was flung 10 feet up in the air. Then it went and hit a pole. It hit an auto, it hit a biker, hit this biker so hard at such a pace, such velocity, that the biker was flung 10 feet up in the air before it hit a pole and stopped. A young man was dragged out of this car from the driver's seat, and that man appears to be none other than a young man called Shivam Mishra, the son of K Mishra, who is a tycoon, a tobacco tycoon. But nearly 24 hours on, the key accused, Shivam Mishra, still remains free, fueling anger over what many see as a baap kaun hai mindset, where luxury and lineage appear to even trump the law, snub the law. What we are going to get you is video after video which is going to explain what happened after the crash. We've explained to you how the crash happened. Lamborghini allegedly was speeding up, hit that auto, hit a biker. The biker was flung 10 feet up in the air. Then it went and hit a electric pole. That's how the car stopped. But what happened after that? We are going to now show you the video of how Shivam was pulled out of the car. You can see that behind me. This is right after the crash happened. Eyewitnesses say that they stopped. The locals surrounded the car, stopped the driver from stepping out. Bouncers were seen pulling out Shivam. This was Shivam's own bouncers who were pulling Shivam out from the car. He can be seen lying there. Eyewitnesses say that this young man was behind the bar, that he was injured, then he was taken to the hospital along with the other victims who were there, the biker as well as those people who were in the auto. Second sequence, what happens? Under severe pressure, the cops go to Shivam Mishra's house. They are made to stand outside. They are not allowed to even enter the house. They are barred from entering the house, barred from arresting Shivam. Question is, why wasn't Shivam arrested at the hospital? Why is it that he was allowed to go back home? These questions are still surfacing. However, the third video will show you how the gate opens for the lawyer, allowing Shivam over 24 hours, because this happened at 3:15 yesterday on a Sunday afternoon. Over 24 hours, the lawyers the police are barricaded. Police are standing outside. They know that Shivam's inside. They are not allowed to catch him. He doesn't have a tox screen report. There are no medical reports and tests being done on Shivam, despite the fact that there are eyewitnesses who are saying that there was this young man who was then taken to the hospital, but the police allowed him. That brings you to the kind of contradictions which are also coming in. But before that, let's tell you what the eyewitness has said and what the police commissioner has said. Then point by point, I'm going to bring to you the contradictions in their statements.
हम लोग अपना पावर ऑफ से आते थे तो हम लोग गाड़ी रोक के वहाँ पे ठेला लगाया था जुनैद, ये पीछे सामने थोड़ा सा भी, तो उसकी दुकान पे टी शर्ट हम लोग खड़े होकर उसे बुलाया तो टी शर्ट देखने लगे खड़े होके। पीछे से हमने देखा आवाज़ बड़ी कस के आ रही है, तो घूम के देखा तो इनको हमने इशारा कि ये देखने लगे, तो इनको हमने झटके से हाथ खींचा। तो जब तक का उन्होंने आके पहले एक ऑटो में हल्की गाड़ी छुड़ाई, फिर उसके इनकी बुलेट पे उसने गाड़ी चढ़ा दिया पूरी। उसके दो लड़के बगल में खड़े तो उनके भी एक्सीडेंट हो गए, वो बेचारे डॉक्टरी करवाने गए हैं।
गाड़ी का डिटेल मिला है, गाड़ी को सीज कर दिया गया है। पहली जो जांच होती है उस जांच में पता लगा है कि शिवम मिश्रा नाम के लड़का चला रहा था, उनके पिताजी का नाम के मिश्रा है। उस समय क्योंकि जो एक्सीडेंट होने के बाद उसको उनके जो बाउंसर थे दो लड़के, उन्होंने उनको बाहर निकाला है गाड़ी से और उनको ये बताया गया है कि उनका कोई मेडिकल इश्यू था, तो उनको भी प्राथमिक उपचार के लिए भेजा गया है और एक्सीडेंट का अभियोग पंजीकृत करने के बाद अब उनका नाम उनका सामने आ गया है। आगे सारी विधिक कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
You just heard what the policeman had said. But is there a concerted effort to shield this man, Shivam Mishra? Is there a cover-up which is currently being built? Let's explain why. Because the police and the eyewitness have said that Shivam was the one who was behind the wheel. Shivam's lawyer now comes out and says the driver was not Shivam. He was not behind the wheel. It was the driver who was behind the wheel. Police and eyewitness have said that there were bouncers who pulled Shivam out from the car. We have the CCTV footage, this phone video also, which we've managed to access, where Shubham seems to be listless. He's being pulled out by these men in black shirts and black pants. However, Shivam's lawyer comes out and says Shivam was having a seizure at the time, which is why he had to be dragged out. Eyewitnesses have claimed that driver appeared to be drunk at the time. They are saying Shivam is the driver. He appeared to be drunk. Shivam's lawyer said that Shivam was in a state of shock. Police have said that Shivam's name was added to the FIR after probe. Remember, close to 24 hours later, his name was added to the FIR, giving him time to build this defense. Shivam's lawyer says name was added under political pressure. He wasn't even driving the car. Listen into the driver to the lawyer of Shivam Mishra for yourself.
माननीय न्यायालय के समक्ष एप्लीकेशन पड़ चुकी है। जो भी है अब आगे कार्रवाई, कल की डेट फिक्स है, कल की डेट हियरिंग के लिए फिक्स है। जो भी होगा माननीय न्यायालय के समक्ष जो है उपस्थित होकर के होगा।
क्या अटैक पड़ा था कोई? क्योंकि
अब वो बीमार रहते हैं, लेकिन मतलब अभी ऐसा जब वो गाड़ी चला ही नहीं रहे थे, जब वो एक्चुअली में ये जो केस है वो एक्सीडेंट का केस है और एक्सीडेंट का जो केस है जो FIR दर्ज हुई है, वो एक्सीडेंट पर FIR दर्ज हुई है। जब वो गाड़ी ड्राइव ही नहीं कर रहे थे तो उनके ऊपर कोई मामला वैसे भी नहीं बनता है।
But why are we saying that it appears to be "tu janta hai mera baap kaun hai" kind of a mindset? We'll explain and tell you more about the father of Shivam Mishra, the alleged man behind the Lamborghini. He is a tobacco tycoon. What we know is that he's the owner of Banshidhar Exports Private Limited, leading tobacco trader of Kanpur. That his father is also a supplier to major gutka brands as well. He was raided by the income tax officers in 2021 for tax evasion. This is the father we are talking about, K Mishra. Over 100 crore rupees worth of tax evasion was uncovered as per the IT department. The father also owned 100 crore rupees fleet of luxury cars, and all these cars had the car number, specific car number of 4018. That's the life that Shivam had grown up with. But now let's tell you about the luxury lifestyle of K Mishra and his son Shivam. In 2021, IT raids, what did that really recover? This was on K Mishra. Luxury cars worth over 100 crore rupees were recovered in the IT raid. 16 crore rupees Rolls-Royce Phantom was one of the cars which was recovered in 2021. There was also a 10 crore Lamborghini, it appears, which is part of the fleet that they have owned between the father-son. They also had Ferraris and McLarens. Also, sources are telling us that there was a lavish birthday bash which K Mishra had allegedly held for his son. A lavish birthday party with B-town celebrities in attendance. So viewers, let's give you the big pertinent questions that are now ringing in everyone's minds. First, why was there a delay in registering a complaint? Second, why was accused not named in the FIR immediately? Did the cops treat Shivam Mishra favorably? Also, did the tobacco baron expert really influence the police? Were there attempts to push for a settlement? These are some of the questions. Let's get you some of the political reactions coming in, alleging that this was a cover-up by the Samajwadi Party's Akhilesh Yadav.
नहीं, जो दुर्घटना जानबूझ करके करेगा तो मुकदमा दर्ज करके उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई तो होगी। क्या पूरा मामला है मेरे संज्ञान में नहीं। मैं केवल आपके सवाल के जवाब में इतना ही कह सकता हूं कि जो भी सड़क पर चलते हैं, वाहन चलाते हैं, उनको ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि सामने से भी कोई आ रहा है, उनकी सुरक्षा की भी चिंता करना है, और अगर किसी ने लापरवाही की है तो पुलिस अपना काम करेगी।
जो गाड़ी चलाने वाले कार्रवाई हो, कानूनी कार्रवाई हो, और सरकार पक्षपात न करे। सरकार पे हमेशा आरोप लगता है कि वो पक्षपात करती है। अपने लोग होंगे तो बुलडोजर नहीं चलेगा, अपने लोग होंगे तो FIR दर्ज नहीं होगी।
Let me go across to our panelists. Sharad Trivedi, spokesperson of the BJP, joins us. Dr. Vikram Singh, a former DJP of Uttar Pradesh, joins us. Imran Ahmed Ali is joining us, a lawyer and a political analyst. I'm going to first start with Sharad Trivedi. Is there pakshpat happening? Is there privilege and power at play in alleged cover-up in the Lamborghini case, because he happens to be, or appears to be, the son of a very powerful tobacco tycoon?
Well, the very fact that his house was raided 5 years back means that his post or position or his bank balance has absolutely nothing to do with the government. He is going to be persecuted as per the law. Whatever may be the facts of the case, we are not aware of it. The investigation is still on. And people higher up than this man have been persecuted before. Ajay Mishra Teni, who was the then...
Have you arrested him yet, Sharad Tiwari ji?
His son was arrested, persecuted and bailed out by the Supreme Court. Vijay Mishra, Vikas Dubey, Ankit Jat, Akash Gujar, Azam Khan, Mukhtar Ansari, all of them have been...
Sharad Trivedi ji, has he been arrested or not? Has Shivam been arrested?
The prosecution is still on. The investigation is still on. The moment the findings are brought to the police, they are
Sharad
going to...
Trivedi ji, has a tox report been done on him? Has a medical test been done on Shivam Mishra?
The investigation is still on. We are not aware of the facts of the case. The investigation is on. After the investigation, the action will be taken.
This is very interesting. Let me bring in Dr. Vikram Singh. Does this add up? You have a suspect who was there in the hospital. No tox screen has been done. We don't know if he was driving under the influence as being alleged by the eyewitnesses. Now you have a defense being mounted. It wasn't even him. He was pulled out from the driver's seat. Does this really make sense to you as a former DGP, as a policeman yourself, Dr. Singh?
Meghna, what I'm saying, I know what I'm talking about. There's an absolute grotesque attempt to cover up the basic facts of the case. The delay in the FIR, not naming Shivam as a nominated accused, not getting the medical done up for what? So that the alcohol could go away from the bloodstream, not subjecting the car immediately for a technical examination and a thorough one at that, and not arresting him, and then saying it is an accident FIR. It should not be an accident FIR. It should be an FIR, a culpable homicide, not amounting to murder. 105 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita of the former 304 of the Indian Penal Code. You are playing with him with kid gloves. Absolutely unacceptable. And the lower rank should be placed under suspension because they have made the escape route absolutely favorable and gave a walkover to a super brat, a spoiled son, and which should never happen. My appeal to the higher-ups and Raghuveer Lal, the police commissioner, would be suspend the entire police force who was there, who made his escape easy and did not have the courage to arrest him. He should have been arrested, as also the bouncers who misbehaved with the people there. This
absolutely. The bouncers also allegedly misbehaved with the people, shoved them around and managed to escape with the man who was behind the car's wheel. But now the lawyer is saying that it wasn't even him, it was his driver, Imran Ahmed Ali. Unfortunately, not the first time. It is not something which is there only in Kanpur, only in Uttar Pradesh, across the length and the breadth. We have very recently, you have even the Porsche case, another VVIP brat who gets bail. The rich and powerful think they can get away, but they do get away. That's the problem.
You know, the problem is, and my question tonight would be one. When we talk about a Lamborghini, and a very specific one, which all over India in 2025, the entire brand only sells a little over 100 units. If this was a generic vehicle like a Swift, like an Alto, I would have said, okay, they did not know the driver. We all have M Parivahan on our account, on our phones. You just put the vehicle number, which is widely applicable, and I've remembered it by heart. DL11CF4018, Shivam Kumar Mishra. I personally am into cars. I've never seen a chauffeur-driven Lamborghini because there is no rear seat to sit in one. The videographic evidence, the fact that he was pulled out of the vehicle shows he's intoxicated. The fact of the matter remains that he was taken to a hospital. The police, if it were to arrest him, should have arrested him right at the hospital. I'm not saying you would have denied him. If he was injured, he would have first been taken care of in the hospital. Then the police would have arrested him from there. The fact, you see the way the police is acting in this matter, they're covering up the vehicle. Why should the vehicle be covered up? Why should the entire world not name the exact person who is driving it? Why should it not be known who owns that vehicle? This is a complete lack of, law and order.
Absolutely.
And I'll take you back, like you talked about the Porsche incident. The Porsche incident shows us how blood samples can be manipulated and later scapegoats are dismissed from service, put under dismissal.
Absolutely. It's happened repeatedly because those with power, money, influence think they can get away with it. So Sharath Trivedi, final word from you. Anyone, any layman, ask him, they will tell you an accident means a medical legal case. A hospital will ask you where is the case. They will call the police will be there and your name will be registered. I ask you again, Sharath Trivedi, why was over 24 hours given for Shivam Mishra, despite the fact that eyewitnesses say that he was behind the vehicle's wheel? Why wasn't he arrested? Even now, your cops are standing outside his home, unaware that he's inside or if he's not.
Well, we don't need sermons from Samajwadi Party, in a party where the chief ministers used to shake hands with the Don's dog.
So you are saying that Samajwadi Party did it, which is why you'll shake hands with those who are accused of fatal crashes. What's the parallel?
Launched the prosecution, FIR has been launched. The moment the investigation is completed, the arrest will be made.
Don't politicize it. Is there a cover-up? Yes or no?
No, there is no cover-up. We have.
Why is he not arrested?
People. That has been
our
reputation.
Shivam been arrested?
8 years in Uttar Pradesh. We have cleaned Uttar Pradesh.
We've cleaned Uttar Pradesh and yet this is happening. Zero tolerance is the mantra of Yogi Adityanath's governance. Hopefully it is going to be zero tolerance against those with mera baap kaun hai, janta hai, that kind of a mindset which still seems to be prevalent. This is an example that you cannot possibly deny. Unfortunately, gentlemen, we are out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. Without a short break, don't go anywhere.